I'm a Homeworks by Precept consultant representing BJU Press homeschool materials. I've been homeschooling my 4 kids for 5 years here in Colorado, and I've been a consultant for 2. Today we're going to take a look at Earth Science. Here's everything you'll receive with your Earth Science kit. There are 4 different teacher guides that come with this course. We're going to take a look at them one at a time. First, let's take a look at Book A. Earth Science consists of 6 units and 25 chapters. Units 1, 2, and 3 are included in this book, so they are in color. Units 4, 5, and 6 you can see are grayed out because they will be included in the second teacher guide, Book B. There's some main categories or concepts throughout this course, and as you can see, those are split out here, the colored ones being in this book, the grayed out ones being in Book B, but there are page numbers for any of them if you're needing to find a quick reference for a topic. Here, the writers introduce us to 2 characters that we'll see throughout this course. These 2 represent 2 different worldviews, one of which happened by chance over billions of years, and the other which is based on a biblical worldview. We'll see them throughout this course. Here we have some sample teacher guide pages. We'll look at these features in a bit more specific when we look at a single chapter, but every unit and every chapter have essential questions, objectives, find it, info boxes, chapter summaries. We'll take a look at that as we go along. Some real helpful pages on how to shape your child's worldview. As we know through our own lives, but it really does permeate into everything we think and do and reason. BJU Press Homeschool Materials does a really good job of implementing this, in my opinion, throughout multiple topics, multiple subjects for our kids, and really presenting the differences between the 2. Here we have the start of Unit 1, and this will show us what we would need for each of those lessons in the first chapter. So Unit 1 is Introduction to Earth Science. Chapter 1 we see here. So here's what day you're on. You can follow along. And then we have the pages that are needed in your teacher book, the pages that your student will need, any teacher resources that you will also need to pull for them to have that day, and also the key things getting covered in that lesson. We see the EQ essential questions and objectives. So that's helpful as we go along. So that's the basic outline, and here we are already in Chapter 3, Unit 2, and so this moves on throughout the entire 3 units that are found in this book. Let's take a look at Unit 2, which kicks off with Chapter 4. Each unit starts out with a testimonial from a Christian scientist in our world today. Really gives our kids some good ideas of ways to use this information to glorify the Lord. So here's an example of a chapter. I'm going to turn back 1 second. We'll see the layout like that, the overview. But if we look at this exact part back here in the lesson planning, we see Unit 2, which we just started, Chapter 4 on day 26. Whenever you get to that, you're doing 4A, and here's all the information that you need. And you see day 27 will be a lab day, and that will be in a different book. We'll take a look. So here we see when you would get to day 26, here's 4A. And so everything we have to be included with 4A will be here. We see the objectives, resources needed as we go through. And so this is everything that your child will have in front of them for the reading and everything that they are needing to discuss with you and look into. And so here we see the end of 4A. 4B starts here, but again, you have that lab day in between. So they'll end with some review questions, and here are the answers for you. You could do those verbally or have them write it out, type it out, whatever the pace is for your family. We're going to go all the way to the end of Book A here. See, here's the last page. And we have several appendix. There was a table of contents for those at the beginning of this book, but we have several of these. These are also in your child's back of their student text as well. And so different lessons will tell you to reference these as you move through the course. We have a glossary, alphabetical, and an index alphabetical. Those also match exactly what's in the back of your student's work text. Now let's take a look at Book B. Here we'll have the second half of the course. As we see, Book A, just abbreviated and all grayed out like the other one was before. And here we have Book B with the details of each chapter. And again, our big concepts flip-flopped with those in gray and those in color for what's included in this book. Here we have our characters again. Same pages as before, reminding you the features of the teacher guide pages as you move along. Worldview shaping again. Resources available to us. And here we have the same lesson plan overview. Each chapter does end in one review day and one test day. You can use those as you need for your family. And then this ends with chapter 25, review and test days. There's 180 lessons in this course. All the way through Book B, we see it's laid out exactly the same way as the other one. You see your students' pages with the units. You have your review questions at the end. And here we have all those appendix again, all the same as your students' text, the alphabetical glossary again, and the index. Here's your students' textbook. As I mentioned before, you are seeing the exact pages that they'll have in front of them. So here we have, of course, they have the full table of contents since all of theirs is in one book. And here's all those concepts and our characters, same that was in your book. They see the features of the lessons as well. And here's the intro with that testimony I told you about. And they will go through everything you tell them to on the different days. So we have all the pages and you're able to follow along with them when they read. Sometimes my student has a hard time finding an answer. It's helpful that I'm able to see word for word exactly what they're seeing. And we'll see at the end. Oh, Space Race, that's a fun chapter. Chapter 25 review, that's the end of the course. So here's their appendix, just like we had in the back of both of your teacher books. I'll go through and the alphabetical glossary and index. Let's take a look at the lab manuals. So here we have our table of contents again. It will tell us what page for each of these. There are 2 labs per chapter as we go through. Lots of lab safety for both you and your child to read through. All of these are at the front of your child's book as well. We'll see that in just a few minutes, but different ways to make sure we're protecting ourselves. And because it is earth science, there will be some projects, I would say, not really an experiment, but of how to find things on Google Earth, dealing with manipulating that to find different elevations and terrain. That's always interesting. So here we see the very first one. And again, this is the page that you will see in your student's book right there. We've got the red words are their answers that they are to come up with. You could do this as much together as separate, whatever works for you and your student as you go through. So again, those teacher guides will tell you which days these labs need to be completed on. We'll take a look at the back of the book, at the resources. Again, we have the appendix. Both you and your student will have all of this in the back of their books, matching for whenever it instructs you to reference these. And here, super helpful, list of equipment and materials needed. These are listed alphabetically and with which lab they go with. Lots of this is standard things around the house. Our rule of thumb is we do it if we can. My kids have become accustomed to, for the most part, knowing what we have on hand around the house and excitedly running to go get it all. And then here it is by lab, which of course we can go alphabetical, but we never know when we're going to need those things to plan ahead. So lab 1A, don't need anything. Lab B, here's the things that you would need. So again, I would put a paperclip in this, put a paperclip in my teacher guide, and know when we're using all the things. And I would probably notate with a check mark if it's something that we're going to do or if it's extra things that I'm going to need to go get ahead of time. But very helpful. I appreciate that they have some substitutions in there if possible. So there's all the materials that you need for labs. Let's take a look at this student book. And again, just like the textbook, we'll see that it matches the teacher manual. So here we have that table of contents and all of our safety guidelines. And here we are. Of course, they have the blanks that they will work to get the answers that were in your book. And we'll go all the way to the end here to see, oops, one more chapter. Here's those appendix again. And I believe, nope, they do not have the list of materials. So that is only in your book if they're going to help gather any of those things. They'll need to look at your teacher guide for the lab. All right, here's our last teacher book for this course. There's been a lot. This is the Teacher Companion, which BJU Press does as an abbreviated version for those of us on the go or just needing something more simplified. So it's one book, much smaller, with every single chapter, every single lesson. And there's some pages on how best to use this book. Here's our table of contents, a lot more abbreviated, but it still tells you which lesson, what pages your student will need, and what pages you will need out of the big book, and if it's a lab manual, which pages those are. The BWS indicates a biblical worldview shaping concept, and so you can see those highlighted. And we're going to skip ahead here. This is all 25 chapters right in a row. All right, so we'll take a look at a sample lesson. So here we see just one page per lesson, much shorter for your convenience, in case you're, like I said, on the go or just needing to speed something up. So it gives you your reading check questions. You will not be able to see the detail of your student's book as they read along, but of course it tells you which ones that they will need. And then these are, you can be checking for comprehension on that. It does tell you what page the answers are found on, which I have found helpful as my kids have gotten into some of the upper levels. Here we see an example. If you recall, lesson 2 was a lab for chapter 1. And so this is all we get for the lab here. So it tells you what they're going to do, possible answers. Here's their objectives, biblical worldview shaping, and we have a quiz. You'll of course want to check the details in that other book, and they give those to you. But sometimes we just need to keep our school year moving without having all the details in front of us. So this goes through the entire course, all 180 lessons. Let's see, all the way to the end, where we end with a review and a test. They also give some collaboration ideas. These are always fun, and some games to do with whether you have more than one sibling, more than one student, and they actually give some ideas for some other subjects as well. I always find this fun in the back. We don't always get to it, but it's fun. And then here's a glossary on things, just what this course is referring to in this book when they use these terms. Lastly, we're going to take a look at the assessments that come with this course. I'm going to leave the answer key shrink wrapped just to preserve the integrity, but you can see I like to put my answer keys all in one binder. I have them separated by child and by subject. That makes it easier for me to be able to get to quickly. So let's take a look. So there are tests and quizzes. Here's an example of some quizzes. They're usually not very long at all. Word banks, usually a couple of free responses. Tests, multiple choice, as you can see, and always some free response. And then we're back to the next quiz. Tells you at the bottom, so you can keep that as a guide. But I keep these and just give them to my child when they say it's time for a test today, quiz. Thanks for taking a look with me inside Earth Science. If you have additional questions, please contact a consultant in your area.